Say you flying in your mind. He said, bro, just relax. You could go up, down, anywhere. Couple nickels and dime. Yeah.
There's my boy Geronimo, Chris Lee, Nicky, and Darren.
Hey, bro, I really be flying. I be feeling the man. I be trying to hold on to the time. I grumble wine. Couple nickels and dime. Trying to hold on to the grind. Scratch it up. I hit that bitch from the side. Yeah, snuckle right back of the high. On my line, hit that bitch in the mind. 12 ride, not your belly to white nigga. This is my life. And my shit, they come with the pride. The beginning when I'm in that white. I did this shit cause they just what I like. I fuck that bitch cause they just what I like. What I like, shit fine. Die sat in front of me, yeah. Better know I'm a nut in the face. Matter of fact, to the bit by the lake. I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay. Keep it up in the dock of your pay. One more word, I'm knocking your face. All y'all just a rocket away. Lights off, ain't nobody check on me. What the fade you pop in my homie? What the fade that you pop in the homie? Some money make the time fly when you arm. With the pot, I'm get big in the arms. I'm like Paco, won't big on the song. Trying to get like a B in the song. I mean, I take a million. Bitch said she with me, they wanna kill me. My mama love me, but wanna outlive me. Told my daddy I probably outlive her. Sit with my granddad, she talkin' political. I was young, thought they were ridiculous. All I got on to realize I was critical. Got a young nigga really look pitiful, but I be acting like it ain't no big at all. Smoking that weed, it hit me like Piccolo. Hit the pussy, yeah, I was a little gigolo. Fuck at the party, bitch had a gigolo. If you with me, then you better get them up. Now I'm winning, now you wanna give a vote. I'm so through with these niggas, I growed up. I'm so through with that bitch, I'm gon' throw it up. Double up on my cup, I done pulled up. Nigga, hold up, yeah, nigga, go ahead and roll up. Perk 10, I done booted up. Popped another perk, I really booted up. For my bitch, she like, nigga, you booted up. Booted up, I like my pussy tooted up. Hit the block on my, I do not give a fuck. Been the corner, be cold, don't give a fuck. Holla switch my nigga, be hit me up. Send me when we get money, booted up. Couple handles, I think I'ma chew 'em up. Couple lanes, you know we gon' shoot 'em up. Run them bands, you know we get to it, bro. Sun up the sun, now we turn up the tour, bro. It's just me and my girl, the two of her. Loaded up and then hit, I'm so proud of her. That my motherfucking bitch, I can't lie to her. That my motherfucking bitch, I can't lie to her. Got a motherfucking chick coming by for her. Flex on the phone, nigga, none I'm gon' buy for her. I come through with the mask and glove. Hit the whole block, nigga, no one ride for her. I be feeling the man, I be trying to hold on to the time. I grew up with wine. Couple niggas and dime, trying to hold on to the grind. Scratch it up, I hit that bitch from the side. Yeah, snuck around back of the high. On my line, hit that bitch in the mind. 12 ride, not your belly to white nigga, bitch in my line. I be really the man, I be trying to hold on to the time. I grew up with wine. Couple niggas and dime, trying to hold on to the grind. Scratch it up, I hit that bitch from the side. Yeah, snuck around back of the high. On my line, hit that bitch in the mind. 12 ride, not your belly to white nigga, bitch in my line.
These bitches be lying, these niggas be trying me. Hey, I'm about to put it down with about 100 rounds. When the chopper get to chopping like Chung Lee. I be kicking with my wolves like Bruce Lee. Burn the motherfucking hole in the loose leaf. Catch a motherfucker running down the sideline like I'm prime time. I'm a motherfucking OG. Everybody in the city finna know me. In the jungle with a tiger on a gold leash. Little nigga, if you fucking with the police and you trying me, I'ma let loose the beast. Last cut, we about to turn up. Got the motherfucking pump in the truck. We been chillin' with a bunch of motherfuckers from the south and they just don't give a fuck. Mask up, nigga, roll that weed up. Bad bitch with the junk in the trunk. If a pussy nigga try to run up, I'ma bust a nigga straight from the jump. Get crunk, nigga, like that weed up. Turn up, nigga, throw your set up. I be riding with the bump in the trunk. Backseat with the thing that go thump. Little mama be shaking her rump. I'm gripping, grabbing her butt. This dick be up in her gut. No strap, I don't give a fuck. I get so high, I be flying. This flow is sick like I'm dying. I'll hunt you down like a lion. Bitch, nigga, why are you crying?
Bro, I really be flying. I be feeling the man, I be trying to hold on to the grind. I grew up with wine. Couple niggas and dime, trying to hold on to the grind. Scratch it up, I hit that bitch from the side. Yeah, snuck around back of the high. On my line, hit that bitch in the mind. 12 ride, not your belly to white nigga, bitch in my line. I be feeling the man, I be trying to hold on to the grind. I grew up with wine. Couple niggas and dime, trying to hold on to the grind. Scratch it up, I hit that bitch from the side. Yeah, snuck around back of the high. On my line, hit that bitch in the mind. 12 ride, not your belly to white nigga, this is my life. Just say you flying in your mind. He said, bro, just relax, you could go up.
Yeah. That's my boy right there. One of my favorite songs. When I was out here going to these clubs and stuff like that, doing my music. You're one of the first artists that I got up with. Man, I just wanted to get on this joint before the week already go all the way out. We already on the other week, might as well say. But shoot, before I close my eyes and wake up for the next day, I just want to talk about this last week. Man, this last week was very interesting on these panels and stuff like that. And I came to the conclusion that in order to get the balance from men and women on this so-called gender war thing, we got to see what each other talking about. So I've been making notes and stuff on what's been going on. What I'm noticing is everybody have talking points. Everybody got different perspectives that they're bringing to the individual topics. And when people ask questions, if it goes against your perspective or your narrative that you're painting out, you're not going to answer it because it goes against what you believe in and what you pushing out into the community or to um, what you represent. So I'm noticing with in the chats and on the panels and things like that, you have the women's side and the men's side, which is on the two opposite ends of the spectrum, where you have some men that support what the women are saying. You got some men that support what the men are saying, and vice versa. Um, the same things that we deal with in relationships before you get married will be the same things that you're going to deal with when you get married. You have a lot of people that's married or wanting to be married, that's pushing marriage, that's not going to say anything negative about marriage because they don't want to turn people away from it. Their agenda and their perspective is to push it because they say that it's good for the community. But the outcomes of a lot of marriages you have good sides of marriage and then you have bad sides of marriage. What I'm looking for is the balance. Um, Being with my woman for almost 17 years, um, this year we've been married for 12 years. And before I got married to her, I was with her for 5. So I got experience with dealing with one woman, but I also listen to what married people talk about when they're not around their spouse. I listen to people that's in relationships or and talk about when they're not around the person that they're in a relationship with. I also talk to people that's not in relationships that's looking for a relationship, and I see what they're talking about. We gather all the information together, and what I'm gonna start doing is putting it out there. Now, that's a lot of good information right on these panels. If we look past the animosity of somebody saying something different than what you talking about, you can actually start to figure out what's the opposite ends of the on spectrum, what sides people taking and everything. It's almost like a big chess match. And with chess, the thing is to get to the king and get the checkmate. So I feel like right now that we heavily divided on these opinions on what we think relationships should be. And just listening to all the different topics this week, they all kind of went together. Shout out to Cheeky, Fatty, Raw B, my boy Nightish, Aaron O. I even listened to little Anton Daniels. And everybody kind of was on different topics, but they all, if you really listen close, they all really went together. What I'm thinking is for you to start listening to understand, and it's for women and men, listen to understand instead of listening just to wait for your turn to talk. It's a lot of people on the spaces that as soon as you start saying things that is against the narrative that you gonna bring out, they instantly start coming at you. They'll start coming at you from the chat, speaking negative on you. They'll start speaking negative on you on the panels if you're going against what their talking points is. And the pushback is because they disagree with what you're saying, which is okay. But in order to have, as Fatty say, and a lot of other people say, conversations in faith, good faith, we need to understand where that person is coming from and see if we actually willing to do the things that people asking to do. So I just looking at on the woman side for a second. Women want men that makes a certain amount of money, but they don't tell you how much, but they want you to have some kind of education where y'all don't be staying in the ghetto, where he's providing the majority of all the bills. They not really interested in 50-50. They rather pay the whole thing. If that's what the case is, they want to they'll pay the whole thing instead of deal with the 50-50. And then you have they want to be controlled, but not controlled in the way that the man want to control them. They want to be controlled the way that they want to be controlled. So that's that talking point. On the man side, the man wants for a woman to be submissive to him. So he wants to control him. He wants to be this so-called leader. He wants to be able to have this soft, gentle, feminine presence around him that makes him feel good. And a lot of people is pushing for 50-50 on that side, which I don't have no problem with. I'm really for. I think relationships, when both people got skin in the game, I think it'll work out a little bit more. I feel like both people actually care about each other instead of just putting all the energy exertion on one person, whether it's the man or the woman, providing the majority. It's gonna probably always gonna be some kind of issue because I don't feel like the appreciation gonna be there. But that's just my opinion on that. So with them two talking points right there of women wants the man to be a provider and lead, and men want a submissive woman and want to provide for them and all that stuff like that, or want to do the 50-50 role. We have a dilemma right there because 50-50 is not providing for the majority of the bills. So that's the first thing that we need to write down. And I'll be working on some content to present to y'all. And I'm gonna be promoting some more music. I'm also got something part 2 Wednesday with Cool George on the part 2 of what it was, respect from a man's point of view or a woman's point of view versus independence from on the woman's side. A woman won respect of her independence. So we're gonna keep that in mind. 90s hit on some good stuff when he was reviewing the Queen Maker. She had some interesting talking points about learning about the dark arts. So for this panel, for this content over here, I'm gonna go out there and find those dark arts, and we're gonna talk about them dark arts so we can get them on the table so we can know what's going on right there with that situation of what she's teaching women. Because over here, I want balance. I want everybody to be in the know. If we're gonna communicate, we're not communicating to control. We communicating to have agreements and then come together because we agree on things so we can work together to make the best out of our relationships, whether you decide to push for marriage or you decide to have just great relationships with people. So the thing is understanding. We need to understand each other. So I never really have no issues with the women on these spaces. I appreciate their honesty and even the negative talking that they talk about and stuff like that. I don't have bad really conversations with them. I go on there with an open heart and I try to get understanding. I guess when I come that way and I'm not negative, I ain't cussing nobody out and disrespecting. The women talk to me on in the chat. I don't never get kicked off no panel and stuff like that because I respect the panel. I respect my turn when it's time to speak, to hit where I need to hit, even if people don't agree with me and stuff. They kind of let me rock a little bit when I do have the opportunity to speak. So what we need to be looking at now is how can we actually get this understanding from each other. So that's what I'm going to be pushing over here. Um, it's real difficult coming around and doing content and stuff like that in good faith without trying to do bad and with you saying things that you want to say to try to just grab people attention and stuff like that just because you see it's going to benefit you. If you actually really trying to help people and things like that, I don't know if people are going to see this as entertaining, but there's going to be some educational things. We're going to talk about religion. We're going to talk about slavery. We're going to talk about all kind of different things over here. And I'm trying to get the understanding of what everybody got going on because I want to know more about each and every one of y'all so I can be able to help in the best ways possible. In this background right here, I painted that. I use, and we're gonna be promoting mental health for men. Um, Mental health is very important to have your mind in the right place so you can be able to achieve the goals that you're trying to achieve in life and put yourself in position to be that great man or that great woman for that special person that's gonna be in your life, so you can be in a good situation to have a family. So I take cardboard boxes, I cut them up. My favorite thing I do is I might order some pizza. I take the top part of the box, take the little sides off of it, put me some gesso on there. It's like some white little stuff, and then I paint backgrounds and stuff like this that you see right in front of you. It's an abstract art, just using a couple colors and things. You don't worry about messing up because the only money that you spent was probably going to Walmart or Dollar Tree or Family Dollar or something like that, and spending money on the paint brushes and the paint. And you can get that stuff a little bit at a time, and you probably spend less than $20 for everything, and it'll last you for a long time. And you just get different colors, probably from $1.50 to $2.50 for different things. So um, we're gonna be pushing arts and crafts, all kind of different little things like that, just to be stimulating that mind. So once you stimulate your mind and get yourself into the right mindset in life, you'll be able to focus better. So the different people that we love on these panels and stuff, let's start taking notes of what people are saying. Let's not be getting triggered. Let's try to start controlling our emotions and putting ourselves in position to succeed, actually listen what each person want, and then maybe we can be able to move forward as a unit. Balance is going to be a very hard thing to accomplish, but I believe in everybody. I believe in everybody focus on each other, by each other, making themselves individually great. We'll all become great. And that's what I got for us today. I got some things coming out, and I'm excited about this journey of doing the content creating and stuff like that. I'm also just happy for getting started and learning different things and trying stuff out. So anybody who chime in and stuff like that on my panels when I start opening stuff up and learning different things, I'm gonna be paying attention to your perspectives and let's learn together. Let's learn together on the history of the world, um, how can we listen to different kind of things and build ourselves up. We might read a book, we might watch a movie, anything to stimulate that mind and trigger success. I'm gonna be for it. And y'all see me in these different panels and stuff like that. When y'all see me, I'm here collecting data. I'm enjoying the show, but I'm trying to learn from each and every one of y'all. Each and every one of y'all gonna be putting me in position to be able to figure out what's the need, so I can be able to do what I need to do for us as a people. So everybody have a good night. I'm gonna get ready for bed. I gotta get up early in the morning around 4, and to get ready to start my day. And when I get off, hopefully I have a little content that we can review. I got some stuff I'm getting ready to get uploaded and edited it up. Once I can figure out how to put it on my computer and stuff like that and chop it down. We reviewing some Tubi stuff from one of my homeboys, Extreme Ratchetness. He going the opposite way from what I'm doing, but shoot, I love my brother and he want to sit there and promote ratchetness. I'm gonna be there for that too. So just a preview of that. The name gonna be what that joint called Hoochie Daddies. So that joint wild. It's wild. So prepare for me just to come out and be paying attention to different things, super chats and stuff like that. I might react to my own super chats over time of the different things I've been saying, and tell y'all about some stuff about what the Queen Maker was saying, how some of that stuff lines up with history, but it's not all the way right because she got her own agenda of what she's pushing as well. But it's about what you accept. So we will be talking about our thought process in life and what we accept and what was indoctrinated into, and how the different situations in our life kind of mold us to be think a certain way and be a certain way in society. But y'all have a great night. I hope y'all have a productive week, and I'll be getting back with y'all. I'm gonna leave y'all with a song that I'm working on. I got the hook right now, and we'll let that rock a little bit, and then I'm gonna call it a night. It's Big Gears, Mind Focus on Profit.
Oh man.
Folks on profits, word to agents say sense. Searching for better, I do whatever, hustle hard till it makes sense. Mind folks on profits, word to agents say sense. Searching for better, I do whatever, hustle hard till it